Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Gemini for the rest of September. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and see what we have coming forward for you here as we look at the rest of this month of September. Do hope you've had a great month so far. Hope things are going well for you as well. Do apologize for the lapse in content. I was filming in Japan for my other channel, but we are back. We are back. So let me get all of the cards out, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. Okay, I think that's looking just about good enough to me. Cool. Energy on the bottom. You have the Ten of Wands. All right, so the Ten of Wands may suggest that some of you are carrying a heavy burden on your back or on your shoulders right now. Some of you may feel like life is a little bit hard, okay? Some of you may feel like life is testing you or trying you in some way. The universe or God or whatever you attach meaning to is trying you or testing you in your journey. And I do think that with the Ten of Wands, the one thing that I will say is that through this experience, you are sort of like gaining wisdom, or you're building on top of the experience that you already have. Because here's the thing, the Ten of Wands would suggest an experienced person. Okay, but you are continuing to learn and continuing to experience, and you're getting stronger by going through something right now. Okay, and so it can suggest that some of you are maybe carrying a burden, or things are hard right now. It may also say, you know, tens in the tarot do represent completions generally, and so it may also suggest a completion in your life as well. But we'll try to see how this fits into the rest of the reading. I do see another big completion here with the World. And you have an interesting reading, pretty good reading. I have to say, pretty good reading. In fact, many of these cards are cards I like to see in a reading. So right away in the middle, you do have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups may suggest that you are kind of feeling down a little bit here, okay? This person is really focused on something that may have already happened, right? And you see the Three Cups here represent something that something that has happened that they are currently dealing with. These cups are empty, they're spilled, they're broken. And it represents pain, emotional pain, heartbreak, sadness, all of these sorts of things. And, you know, when I see this card, I always say, like, feel all of the feelings, you know, take time to experience this, you know, and if you're emotionally in a tough spot, it's like, you know, I'm certainly not here to emotionally invalidate you. Perhaps something has happened, right? But actually, I think what is going on here is some of you are simply in a down period, okay? I think with the Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands, I think there's an emotional burden. If there was ever a combination of like an emotional burden that some of you are carrying, it's the Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands, right? So it's possible that this is happening in addition to other things that are going on in your life as well. You know, with the Five of Cups, while there are three cups here spilled and broken, there are two cups that are full and upright behind them. And the idea is that there is always another opportunity in the future, and there's always a way out of the situation that you may find yourself in. So that is one thing that I love to suggest with the Five of Cups. So why don't we go ahead and let's take a look at this first column. You have the World, the Star, and the Temperance card in the first column. Amazing. So what a nice three-card combination here, right? So these are all major arcanas. I do see that something major has happened here, probably prior to coming into this reading, okay? And I would not be surprised, as we had the first eclipse in this set of eclipses here in September. And it felt like a doozy for a lot of people that I know personally. And Also, just like world events, things have been going on, right? It feels like pretty heavy right now. Lots of things going on, right? Now, so I do think that something major has happened here. Now, these three cards, because the major arcanas can represent major events or topics or themes or situations in your life, but these cards are very positive, right? So the world, it represents the completion of a cycle, okay? And this is a big completion. It's an ending. It's also success, okay? It's the successful completion of a cycle. It's reaching the mountaintop. It's reaching the peak, okay? As you see, this person is on top of the world, okay? And even the statue here, right, indicates victory. So this is a very, very positive card. It may mean that you've gotten closure on something here from the past, but it also indicates certainty, okay? So there may be a question of certainty as well in your situation. Okay, there may even be like a question of, and I'm just feeling this, stability for some of you. Okay, I don't necessarily see that in the cards other than maybe 5 of Cups, 10 of Wands, but there's something about maybe stability, certainty that is coming up here. But no doubt, the world, it is a victory. It is a success. It is a completion. You have the Star as well, which is a major wish that could be granted or fulfilled in one's life. This is a major wish, right? This is bigger than the 9 of Cups. This is something that you've been praying for, something that you've been manifesting for. You know, it could be like miracle energy almost, especially if it's combined with some other cards. But the Star is also about tranquility and healing. And I love to see that the Star is next to the 5 of Cups. Okay, the Star is incredibly positive as well. But I love to see the Star next to the 5 of Cups because this person is in need of healing, emotional healing, right? A heart wound, an emotional wound. And the Star next to it says that there is a path towards this to solving this, right? And so, you know, you might connect to the right doctor, the right health regimen, the right practice, you know, therapist, whatever it is for you, that may show up. And what's duly interesting here is that the Temperance card is another major healing card. Both of these, I would say, let me think about this. Yeah, but like if there were 2 cards that I could pick out for healing, it would be these 2 cards, right? The other one is the 4 of Swords, okay? But these are really the cards where you are in a space of healing and working through something. And the Temperance card in particular, it can even be like a comeback, okay, comeback energy or a turnaround here, because actually, if you want to extend it out further, maybe even the Star could be that way as well, because the thing is, these cards come after challenging cards, right? So the Temperance card comes after the Death card, and you're now in this period of moderation, balance, healing. And the Star comes after the Tower, which is shock, upheaval, turmoil. And the Star is all about tranquility, good health, good healing. And so you have this turnaround vibe here that feels like it's present on the reading that I like to see for you, especially as you have the 5 of Cups or a comeback here that may be happening for you. Now in the middle, you do have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the 5 of Cups, and you do have the Emperor. So the Ace of Pentacles, it is a new beginning. I do think some of you are turning over a new leaf here. I think there's fresh energy. I think there's a new start. I think there's a pep in your step, so to speak, okay, at this time, Gemini, as you have carried some sort of burden for a while, maybe for a year. You know, some of you may have felt like you've been carrying this burden for a year or more. And there's a path here that is very clearly opening. There's a window that is opening for you. I think one cycle is about to close out for you with the world. I think one chapter, one book, not just chapter, but one book is ending. And you're putting one book down and you're starting a new one, right? You're opening up that first page here with the Ace of Pentacles. This could be around your money, okay? The Ace of Pentacles is planting a major seed in your financial life and hopefully seeing it grow. You do have seed energy here with the Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, as well as some major abundance as well with the Empress card, which we'll get into. So I like this. Some of you may have some sort of new investment you want to make, or there may be like a new something new connected to your money or the way that you earn money in some way. It feels exciting for you, okay? And this is probably something that is due to you and maybe even needed, or it feels like it's needed, or you feel like it's needed, I should say, because that you've gone through this Five of Cups, Ten of Wands energy here. Okay, it feels like life's been a little bit hard for some of you here recently, Gemini. Maybe even for the past year, something along those lines. With the Emperor is absolutely somebody who is also very successful in their career and their business. Okay, the Emperor is a leader. It's leadership energy. It's Aries, right? The Emperor is the sign of Aries. Aries is known as the leader of the zodiac because it is the first sign, right? So the Emperor brings about leadership, or it can suggest that you are bringing about leadership in your life in some way, or you're taking on a leadership role. Okay, there's also somebody who's very assertive and direct, and they go after what they want and they accomplish it, and they have a track record of doing that. So for some of you here, with this seed you're planting it with the experiences and the lessons learned and experiences earned and gained along the way with that Ten of Wands and the Emperor. So this looks very good. Now, in the final column, you do have the Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, and the King of Cups. So the Emperor and the Empress, which you have both of, are counterparts in the tarot. So this can be, usually it's a very good sign for relationship readings, because this is a strong counterpart in the tarot, right? It's the Emperor and the Empress, right? How much stronger can you get than that? This is also the archetypal, like, mother and father of the tarot as well. So there could be, I actually want to get more details on this. We'll go through and clarify in just a minute and see what's going on here, because I'm not really getting relationship messages at this time. But there is a message in this reading when we go through the clarifications about a relationship for sure. The fact that those two are present, I would say. On another level, the Empress is probably the biggest card of abundance in the tarot. Okay, the Empress is all about fertility and, suggesting that there's fertile ground at this time in your life, Gemini, for you to plant this seed. With the Ace of Pentacles, you definitely love to see the Ace of Pentacles with the Empress, because it's sort of like doubling down on this idea that whatever new financial beginning you are undertaking looks very, very looks like it has staying power. It looks like it could really grow into something big. As well as the Seven of Pentacles, hopefully the seed you plant grows into a big tree, right? And here we see the tree on just using like some, archetypes here to give you an idea of the message I'm trying to convey. But like, you see the tree here on the Seven of Pentacles is bearing pentacles, right? So this tree here represents long-term money, right? It represents your retirement accounts, your investments, your home that you own, anything that is connected to your money that is long range. It could also be a career that you've been in for a long time, that you've nurtured and you've grown and you've developed. That can be all representative. This tree can be representative of all of that, right? And so there is something here that has long-term potential for you as you start something new with the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, for sure. And what I would also say is some of you are thinking about what the next steps look like. Finally, you have the King of Cups. This is somebody who is an emotional leader, right? This is somebody who has a high EQ, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. And this is like a classic dreamer in the tarot as well. But what I would like to do is start the clarifications portion of this reading so we can get some more details on this. I'm going to go ahead and start off with some oracle cards for you. So we'll do that now, and then we'll also move into clarifying with more tarot cards. Okay. Energy on the bottom, you do have, speaking of emotions, you have Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. One of the things I wanted to say with that King of Cups is, this is maybe an opportunity for you to take care of your needs and to take care of yourself. Like if you are really, really overwhelmed, and it seems like there's a huge burden here, especially even emotional, like what are some habits or practices or things that you can do to take care of yourself emotionally at this time? It may be very beneficial or helpful, Many people find taking a walk every day to be very beneficial and helpful, so forth and so on. Let's see what else we have. You have mountains. Stand your ground. Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. And great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Yeah. I do think that something pretty big here happened as you have that great teacher card. With this first column here, all major arcanas probably happened at or around or a little bit before the eclipse, the first eclipse, which would have been on the 8th or the 7th or 8th. And, 5 days before, maybe 5 days after, something like this here. There does seem to be like an exchange here that's going on. Okay, so this could be buying or selling for some people. That is happening here with that trader card, and then all of the Pentacles messages. You have Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. And Autumn, release the old and rest. Okay, I do think fall could look pretty good for you as you have this release the old and rest energy here. Why don't we go ahead and let's take a look at the tarot clarifications now. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you spending your time with me, and I do, once again, hope things are going well for you. All right, let me just go ahead and shuffle the deck, and then we'll get right into this. Okay. Okay, another ace. Very nice. So you have the Ace of Cups and another one here. You have the Ace of Swords, so that is 3 out of 4. And then you have the Three of Wands. Wow, triple aces. Very good. Very, very good. So I would say if you are just like, if things have felt hard, if you are just absolutely fed up with, the endless amount of work, maybe the nonsense, whatever it is, the cards are suggesting that the universe, God, whatever you attach meaning to, really, really wants to bless you with a new start, okay? And it's something that could really open up for you here between now and the end of September, okay? And regardless of the way that this looks, this is genuinely destined for you, okay? This is destined for you, so even if, for example, there are sacrifices that are being made, this is ultimately dharmic, okay? And what I mean by that is this is part of the path that you have set out for yourself when you were born, okay? I don't want to go too deep in the woods on that, but this is part of your dharma. And there is a new start here that is absolutely emerging for Gemini. Ace of Cups could be a new start in love with the world. That may mean that it's coming after a breakup or a divorce or a separation. Because remember, there was some burden here. Okay, there's a new cycle starting for you. You have this Ace of Swords as well, which is a new start that can talk about, it can be some sort of like new victory that you're bringing into your life. The Ace of Swords is a success card. It's a victory card, which is how it sort of differs from the other aces. And it can also be about breakthroughs. Okay, so it can also be about breakthroughs in your life. Finally here, you've got the Three of Wands, which is all about adventure. It can be a card of really, more importantly, growth and expansion into something. Okay, so I really feel like some of you have or are in the process of taking the time to heal from a past wound that you have experienced with the Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands. And it's almost like you now have a blank slate in front of you, a blank canvas in front of you to paint whatever you want, Gemini, and to sort of like create whatever it is that you want for yourself here as you move forward. And there could be key and big updates and timelines around that in this month of September as we continue on throughout the month. You have the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles again, and the Six of Cups. Okay, so with the King of Pentacles, this is somebody who is usually wise and experienced in financial matters. Okay, this could be really wise and experienced in financial matters, and I think that some of you are learning from past mistakes with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you may be taking all of the experiences that you've had up to this point, and you know you want to start something new financially. You know you want to, I don't know, buy a house or get a car or get a new rental apartment or whatever it is, like start a new job, right? That can bring more income or whatever it is. And you are learning on the experiences of your past to help you manifest this new beginning for yourself here. King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, starting something new. There's also a card of hard work. Okay, and I do see that I am talking to people who work very hard with the Seven of Pentacles twice and the Ten of Wands. This person is, they spent a long time growing this bush or the tree, and it's now bearing fruit for them, okay, or pentacles in this case. So their hard work, the fruits of their labor are there right in front of them. And yeah, I definitely see that this is kind of like on the table for you. There is a contemplation or some critical thinking that you're doing here that is a little bit challenging, okay, here as well. This is not an easy decision, it feels like. You then have the Six of Cups with the Emperor. The Six of Cups may suggest that something from the past is coming back around. Let's see what else we have. You have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Now, this isn't going to happen all at once, okay? We do see breakthrough with the Ace of Swords, but with the Two of Pentacles may suggest a period of time where things are kind of like, cannot necessarily say stable, all right? There may be temporary instability. The idea of the Two of Pentacles is it's sort of like money coming in, money going out, right? Things going up, things going down, right? With the Two of Pentacles. And notice how you have the wave in the background, the waves here, and the boat is sort of like trying to sail on the waves. This can refer to the emotions, the emotional roller coaster that is connected to this idea of instability. And what's nice here is with the King of Cups, the King of Cups is somebody who's very well equipped at handling the whatever sort of like emotional situation they are faced with. In fact, the King of Cups is sitting in the water, okay, and they are calm, cool, and collected in the face of challenge and difficulty. So for you, I'm not necessarily sure that this is going to happen all at once. In fact, I see a lot of contemplation here, but the new beginning is wanting to appear for you. Okay, it is wanting to appear. And yeah, that's what I would have to say about this. And it may mean that the Two of Pentacles as well could mean that there is some sort of like sacrifice that you have to make in order to achieve something. Okay, so yeah. With the Three of Pentacles, like in order to get this new beginning, with the Three of Pentacles, that can indicate your colleagues. That can indicate good progress being made in work. I don't necessarily see anything about relationships here. There should be a relationship message. With the the Emperor and the Empress, that is a strong counterpart. The Five Swords may indicate separation. I kind of skipped over that. It indicates separation and loss. Okay, but let's see what the Kipper cards have to say, because I'm not necessarily feeling anything in terms of the relationship energy. You do have the Nine of Wands, which is really, really asking you to not give up. Okay, and there is a little bit more to go here, but the completion wants to happen and the new beginning wants to follow, for sure. With that Ten of Wands world, all three aces, and it's all about persevering at this time here with that Ten of Wands and the Nine of Wands on the bottom. So that is also interesting that both of those cards are come one after the other, and they're on the bottom. You have the Adjudication Journey, Wealthy Man, Main Female, Unexpected Income, and Mature Woman. Okay, so this is very good. I do expect that some of you have a financial matter here. This connects to your long-range money, as I spoke about, but it's getting confirmed here with that Wealthy Man card, which is somebody who's at the end of his successful trading day. So it's all about your investments in life. Somebody who's done well for themselves. So that's very good. Unexpected income, it can be like a small bump or like pay bump or boost that you receive, maybe like a tax refund or something that comes out of nowhere, just as an example. But overall, you are on a journey right now, and this looks very good for you. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.